So what's up, guys? It's Jason with Swift Family Farm, and I just wanted to share a little something with everybody. I know probably most everybody knows, but maybe there are some that don't. But I was thinking about this the other day. We were getting very low on feed for our animals, so I went to Tractor Supply to kind of just get something to fill in. And as I usually do when I go to Tractor Supply, I kind of walk the aisles of the feed and just kind of see, what's what, check the prices and everything as I'm trying to be aware of what's going on. And I was looking at chicken feed, and the prices ranged from, and these are all 50-pound bags, prices ranged from right around $15 to pretty much right at 30. So with that, I just couldn't imagine, since I'm on this kick of prices and everything from my last video, and being able to afford being a homesteader, which having chickens doesn't necessarily make you a homesteader or a farmer. Back in the 1800s, early 1900s, everybody had chickens. I mean, that was pretty much how you fed your family, was through eggs and the chickens that you had. So anyway, my question was, back in the 1700s, 1800s, early 1900s, what did people feed their chickens? There was no pellets, there was no formulated concoction of a 50-pound feed that you could go to the store and buy. Just that thing was not a thing. And in watching some old movies and TV shows from that time, the one thing I've noticed is that the chickens are free ranging. They're not locked up in a coop or anything. And I know everybody's situation is different. Not everybody can free range their chickens. We can't exactly free range our chickens because we have a problem with fox in our small little area. It's not. We have a big vineyard behind our house, and we're in a residential area, but it's not subdivision by any means. So we have a predator problem, and we can't just let our chickens free range. So that's why we have the electric fence. And then we do have a closed run where we do have some chickens. But for the most part, chickens just free ranged. And the one thing that I saw consistently that they fed chickens back then were table scraps. Now, I'm sure most of you are like us. We try to eat as much leftovers as possible. Some people are not leftover eating people. They'll fix their food, they eat what they eat the one night, and that's it. With a family of 9, and now with still having, one's moved out, we very rarely have leftovers, but we'll fix chili or spaghetti or soup or something, or we try to cook larger meals to last, a couple days anyway. But the one thing that I noticed overall were that they fed table food scraps. So then I got thinking, I wonder how much food do Americans throw out a day. And on average, what I found was that on average, about one pound of food gets thrown away from the American typical household. So I'm not going to try to do the math, but chickens can survive on a quarter pound of food a day. A chicken can. So if you use just your table scraps and you've got about a pound of food, which is not a lot, then you could feed 4 chickens a day with your table scraps left over. And of course, if you've got 10 and you don't have that many scraps, you're going to have to supplement the best you can. But what I have found in my own experience is that chickens that are free range somewhat, that are able to go out and scratch and eat bugs and eat the things on the ground, grass or seeds or whatever, then they've produced more eggs and they just look healthier versus cooped up in a closed run feeding pellets. It's just their experience. Everybody, the breed of chickens matter, your climate matters. There's a lot of different factors in this, but I'm just saying what I have found in our area. So, one thing that I think we could do to lower feed cost is, one, check around and see if there's any farmers. Sorry for the light. See if there are any farmers in the area that sell feed. And most of the time they're cheaper than your Tractor Supply or wherever you get your feed from. Don't throw your scraps away. Feed those scraps to your chickens. And a lot of people will say, well, that's just disgusting. I'll tell you right now, chickens will eat leftover lettuce, wilted lettuce. If you roast a chicken, if you fry some chicken, those bones, throw the bones out to the chickens. They eat meat, they eat vegetables, they eat bugs, they eat everything. So don't be afraid of that. A lot of people will say that's disgusting, trying to keep food out all day long from your meals. Well, it's not exactly. Set a bucket out and take your bucket and put your scraps in it. Put everything in it. It's not going to hurt them. I know that there are certain things that are labeled out on the internet that they can't eat, and I get that. Do your own research and make sure you understand what are good things to eat for your chickens to eat. I think raw potatoes aren't very good. I'm not real sure. I don't go through the list. Their chickens have never died because they ate something they weren't supposed to. So, only going by my experience again. Anyway, get a bucket, a stainless steel bucket, a food grade plastic bucket. Keep it in your utility room somewhere. Put a top on it. You're going to dump this every day. So don't be afraid of that. The food is going to sit in your trash can for however many days that you don't go to the dump. So what's the difference between having it in your trash can or a bucket that you're going to feed your animals with? Now, we're not talking about saving, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Now, you will over time, but this is just a way to save money a little bit here and a little bit there. Saving money with, if you don't have chickens, maybe you're doing this with your pigs. The pigs will eat anything. So just keep that in mind. Don't throw your scraps away. Feed them to your chickens. 4 chickens can eat 1 pound of food of scraps per day. Especially if they're free ranging. You're going to save yourself a little bit of money. Then maybe you can increase your number of chickens. If you're saving money, you can increase your eggs or your meat chicken. So anyway, little helpful hint that I've learned here recently, and I just want to share it with you guys. Maybe some of you already knew this, and that's fine. And maybe not. Maybe there's some new people that they didn't know that, and this will be helpful to them. Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys with that on today. And yeah, just a short little video, something I learned. I'll pass it along to you. And until next time, we love you guys. God bless, and we'll see you on the next video.